Hey everyone, it's Diego Reyes for CNN Philippines 10, where we break down major stories from here and abroad into bite-sized facts in 10 minutes. The country reports slower inflation at 3.9% in December. Among the reasons, the slow rise in electricity prices, LPG, and rentals. The same for food items like vegetables and meat. Rice, however, was still the major driver of inflation last month. National statistician Dennis Mapa says its prices rose by 9 to 10 pesos per kilo from December 2022 to 2023. Rice inflation stands at 19.2%, the highest since 22.9% way back in March 2009.
January to July noong 2023, ang inflation sa bigas ay stable, mga nasa just above 2%. Kung walang pagbabago sa presyo, let's say yung January to December, yung inflation ng rice in January would still continue to be at this level.
The cheapest rice, an imported variety, is sold for 53 pesos per kilo at Mega Q Mart in Quezon City. Local, well-milled rice costs a peso more. The group Bantay Bigas sees rice prices climbing to 60 pesos per kilo in February. It says the cost has been increasing by around 2 pesos weekly because of low supply. Bantay Bigas says rice prices in the global market have gone up as well. So the 500,000 metric tons of imports from India and Taiwan will have no impact on the market. It may even pull up local rice prices. Average inflation was recorded at 6% in 2023, higher than the 2 to 4% target of the government. The Department of Education or DepEd readies aid for more than 17,000 grade 11 students who will be affected by the halting of senior high school or SHS programs in state universities and colleges. DepEd assures that public basic education schools can accept SHS students. Education Assistant Secretary Francis Bringas says they are already listing the schools where students can enroll.
We will be providing assistance to all these displaced learners para maging seamless yung kanilang transfer from the SUC-LUC to either a public or a private school. Maging basis pa rin ng mga parents would be which school, either public or private, would be nearest to their residence.
He adds that if parents want to enroll their kids in private schools, they can still use the agency's voucher program. The Commission on Higher Education or CHED earlier reminded local and state universities and colleges that the SHS program is only limited to the K-12 transition period from school years 2016 to 2017 and 2020 to 2021. Local manufacturing company Francisco Motors proudly presented their version of a modernized jeepney that's less than $1 million worth. Owner Elmer Francisco shares their design was approved by the government. It's fully electric and can accommodate up to 30 passengers.
We have a built-in ramp for PWDs, for wheelchair passengers, do sa emergency exit natin and entrance sa likod. It's fully air-conditioned. Then we have CCTV cameras for security purposes and dash cam. We have automated fare collection system.
He adds that their units are affordable compared to the more than 2 million cost of a modern jeepney, while also offering flexible payment terms.
Ang projections natin dito ng Francisco Motors is baka hindi na nila kailangan umutang sa bangko kung ganun kababa na yung halaga. We don't put interest and ang bilis sila mababayaran yan. So sa sa financials na ginagawa namin, they'll be able to pay it in 3 years or less.
Initial rollout of 1,000 units are expected on the second quarter of this year. Pag-asa says it expects just one or no storm to affect the country this January. But in case a tropical cyclone develops, it will be named Aghon. The Weather Bureau has also released the list of names for other tropical cyclones that will enter the Philippine area of responsibility this year. There are also 10 other names lined up under the auxiliary list if the number of storms this year exceeds 25. Former NBA champion Dwight Howard is now in Manila for the next stop of his basketball world tour. Strong Group Athletics has announced that Howard will be its world import for the Dubai International Basketball Championship this month. The 8-time All-Star and 3-time Defensive Player of the Year last played for Taiwan. Howard will be joined by former Gilas naturalized player Andre Blatch, former PBA import Mackenzie Moore, and ex-NBA player Andre Robertson. Strong Group head coach Charles Chu earlier said he is excited to work with Howard and Robertson. American-Australian coach Brian Gurjan will be the team's consultant for the Dubai tournament. He is the head coach of Australian men's national basketball team, but he's more popularly known by Pinoy fans as the mentor of Hong Kong-based squad Bay Area Dragons, which played as a guest team in the PBA. Filipinos got a taste of Linsanity in Manila as Jeremy Lin led the new Taipei Kings to a victory over the Meralco Bolts in the East Asia Super League.
I thought our defense in the second half was amazing. Just the energy and the depth that we were able to use, I thought was a big difference. You could see in the second half they were pretty tired.
Best known for his stint with the New York Knicks, Lynn last set foot in the country in 2013. Years later, the 35-year-old player says the Filipinos' passion for basketball still remains the same.
People always ask me, like, what was that experience like? And I was like, honestly, they're equally crazy. They were equally crazy. Like, I knew that since 2013, since I came here, I was like, man, this fan base is unreal. The enthusiasm, like, you just feel the enthusiasm everywhere you go. Everyone, even in the interactions, if it's just one-on-one, one-on-two, like, you'll feel that, like, deep passion for the game of basketball.
According to the Central Bank's Financial Inclusion Survey, 23% of Filipinos acquire loan from microfinance institutions. Let's learn about microfinancing and the laws that protect debtors and lenders in the country.
Microfinance, as defined under the law, ito po yung viable, sustainable provision of a wide range of financial services to the poor and low-income individual. It uses non-traditional and innovative approaches, mga methodologies.
Maganda rin ho yun, yung mga programa ng microfinance institutions dahil meron ho silang education component. Unlike other lenders na it's purely business, ito may developmental aspect na tinutulungan nila yung mga humihiram sa kanila na maintindihan paano umutang, ano yung impact sa buhay nila, at na i-improve yung buhay ng buong pamilya nila basically. May mga microfinance NGO na sinusunod yung regulasyon ni BSP na pagka 6 months yung loan tapos hindi ka nakabayad ng the 6 month. Ititigil na nila yung pagsingil ng interest sa'yo mula doon, antayin nila hanggang mabayaran mo sila. Pwede nilang kunin yung compensating balance na binild up nung borrower para mabayaran yung portion nung pagkakautang.
Mga kababayan, the basic sectors, the poor and low income, meron pong batas para sa inyo. So take advantage of the Microfinance NGOs Act. It can serve as vital tool to alleviate poverty. So pwede po ma-break ang cycle ng poverty if it is used wisely.
Miss Earth Air 2023 Yllana Aduana shares her plans and advocacy after recently winning the crown. Aduana shares it is her priority to push for environmental cause across the country, including the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. She also wants to join showbiz in the future.
I really want to rear up to the responsibilities of the crown because this crown really has a heavy responsibility, heavy job, but really fulfilling. And I'm ready to do that. But on a more personal note, I feel like I want to go into the world of entertainment and be a newscaster, just like you.
And now for our 10-second trivia. What is the longest running animated television series? Dragon Ball, Ninatama Rantaro, One Piece, or Saze-san? The longest-running animated television series is Saze-san. It is a Japanese series on air since October 1969 and is continuously running. Saze-san was recognized by Guinness World Record for the longest-running anime TV series, which has also been adapted into a radio show, theatrical plays, and songs. And that's it for CNN Philippines 10. I am Jego Reyes, giving you news you can use, news you can trust in 10 minutes. Thanks for joining me today, and see you again next time.